Let's review the concepts that we've learned up to this point in the course. First, let's talk about templates again. We should use an inline template when building smaller, shorter templates. We specify the template property in the component decorator. We can use double or single quotes to define the template's string value, or we can use the ES 2015 backticks to lay out the HTML on multiple lines. When using inline templates, there is often no syntax checking in the IDE, so pay close attention to the HTML syntax used. We can create linked templates for longer templates. We can specify the template URL property in the component decorator and indicate the path to the external template file. In this section, we built a template, then built its component, and learned how to use that component as a directive. Now let's review the 3 steps to use a component as a directive. This is the main takeaway from this section. First, we use the directive as an element in the template for any other component. We use the directive component selector as the directive name. We then add the directive's property to the container component's metadata. The directive's property specifies where to find the directive. Finally, we use an import statement so that the module loader can find our directive component. Angular 2's data binding was introduced in this module with the use of interpolation. Interpolation is one-way data binding from a component's class property to an element's property. Interpolation is defined with curly braces and a template expression. That expression can be a simple property, a concatenation, a calculation, or a method call. No quotes are necessary when using interpolation. We also looked at 2 of Angular 2's structural directives, *ngIf and *ngFor. When using these structural directives, be sure to prefix them with an asterisk and assign them to a quoted string expression. Use *ngIf to add or remove an element and its children from the DOM based on an expression. If the assigned expression is evaluated to be a true value, the element is added to the DOM. If false, the element is removed from the DOM. Use *ngFor to repeat an element and its children in the DOM for each element in an iterable list. Mark the local iterator variable with a hash symbol and use of, not in, when defining the ngFor expression. In this section, we evaluated the differences between an inline template and a linked template, and we created a linked template. We then built a component for that template and learned how to use that component as a directive. We took a first look at Angular 2's data binding through interpolation and enriched our template by using built-in Angular 2 directives. Looking at our course project diagram, we can see that in this section, we started working on the event list component. In the next section, we'll learn more about Angular 2's data binding features and add some interactivity to the event list template.